everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a reading for all signs, and keep in mind that this will not resonate for all of you. If you'd like a personal reading, I'll leave that description down below. My goodness, my hair. The other thing you do is we have memberships on the channel, so you go ahead and join, become a member, get access to all those perks. Okay, so 2 cards for the collective. We have number 20, Star of Venus, and then we have number 40, Sorceress of Light. So collective, you have no reason to worry here. Finances are going to be improving for you. Don't worry about that. Financial improvements, prosperity, abundance. Also, nothing can defeat you. Any challenge, you can overcome that. Anything that's thrown your way, you're going to overcome that obstacle. So, no reason to worry. Alright, so let's do Aries. So what advice does Aries need to know as of right now? We have number 25 with Sacred River. Okay. It says the sacred river eternally flows and changes. Just as the river flows and changes course, you too are evolving in your divine path. Veils and sheets that once covered your soul light are being washed away. Cleansing by sacred water specifically indicates that your emotional life and your life direction are being purified and healed. Changes in the flow of energy within you and in the momentum of your life path unfolding are imminent. This is exciting. You're growing and changing, and soon your life circumstances will reflect your inner evolution. The sacred river in which beloved Kuan Yin delights is always subtly changing course and flowing and growing. You, like the sacred river, are changing too, beloved. Your life direction is going through subtle realignments, or even in the midst of a far more obvious change. Aries, you are going to have some changes coming in your life. You're going to be, so things that held you back before, that's going to be, you're going to let go of that. Releasing a lot of what does not serve you, and a lot of changes coming in your life, okay? And that's kind of what's needed for you. Don't try to fight it or force it, Aries. It's meant to happen. So let's move on to the sign of Taurus. So what advice does Taurus need to know as of right now? We have number 15, Ivory Swan Goddess. So let's have a look at that card. It says the Ivory Swan Goddess speaks of spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your soul light never fades, beloved. Release guilt, shame, judgment, or fear that you are not enough in any way, so that way you may realize your beauty. Be more of yourself and shine your divine essence into the world. Do not cast your eyes away from the perception of your own divine inner light in all its purity and radiance, beloved soul. You may find it easier to believe in the illusion of sins and unworthiness than in the truth of your spiritual innocence. Yet just like the purity, beauty, and grace of Ivory Swan Goddess, your own soul is luminous, pure, and eternally graceful. You're being asked to recognize this divine energy within you without holding yourself back from unconditionally self-acceptance and regard. It is time to accept your divinity in greater measure, to be present to the pure light within and not try to ignore it, downplay it, or worry that it is not enough. Taurus. It's time to not see yourself as less than or that you're not enough. Okay, recognize that you are enough and you're very special. You're divinely connected. It's time for you to recognize that. So let's move on to the sign of Gemini. So what advice does Gemini need to know as of right now? We have number 26 with the Shining Lotus. There are times when it makes sense to be discreet, when you find your inner strength so that you feel empowered enough to share your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs without wavering, even in the face of a challenge by another. At other times we benefit ourselves and others by taking a risk and allowing the inner lotus blossom of our true self to shine forth for all to behold. Have you been hiding in the spiritual closet, beloved? Sometimes it makes sense to avoid sharing your thoughts and feelings about spiritual beliefs and other personal matters until they are clear in your own mind. However, there are also times when hiding your deepest truths away from the world will no longer protect you, but actually hold you back from living your own divine destiny and shining the lotus light of your own soul and walking the path in the world. Okay, so this can talk about spiritual beliefs, personal beliefs, feelings. It's time for you to express that, Gemini. Okay, so if you just be more open about it, express yourself, express your feelings, it's time for you to do that. So let's move on to the sign of Cancer. So what advice does Cancer need to know as of right now? We have number 6, Daughter of Phoenix. Of the Phoenix, I should say. When the soul is ready to spread its wings, it goes through a deep cleansing, purification, and preparation for new levels of spiritual wisdom, power, and light. Just like the phoenix that is baptized through celestial fire to be born anew, you're going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation, and initiation. This is an advanced phase of soul growth, and soon after you'll enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power, and advancement on your own divine life path. Kuan Yin, daughter of the Phoenix, has been through fire both physically and heavenly, and has ascended into a position of great spiritual peace, power, and authority. She guides you now to claim it, to claim your rebirth and ascend. In the same way that if we were moving house, we would need to sort through our possessions, and sometimes this is an opportunity to let go of which we do not wish to take into our new life. As we prepare to move to a higher level of consciousness, there are old habits, stuck emotions, and stagnant energies that do not belong in our new life cycle. The path of purification and initiation by celestial fire is preparation for spiritual enlightenment, greater happiness, well-being, prosperity, success, spiritual responsibility, and leadership. It can be challenging time as that which would stand in the way of a new level of spiritual potency must be eliminated, and often these things are deep fears, doubts, or questions that our own worth or ability. So, Cancer. You're going to be letting go of a lot of things, a lot of people that are holding you back, so that you can move into a new phase of your life, a new cycle, and you can be born anew. Okay? So let's move on to the sign of Leo. So what advice does Leo need to know as of right now? And our 21, Orchid Priestess of Destiny. Says the priestess of your highest spiritual destiny calls to you now, beloved. She calls you to your purpose, path, and soul passion. You are called to rise again and again, to live up to your potential, with all its uniqueness and beauty. She will call you always, with her sweet flute playing deep in your heart, stirring your heart to quest for your truest soul passion. You may have felt different to those around you at times in your life. This is meant to be, beloved. You cannot be a pioneer of different consciousness on this planet if you feel completely comfortable in the consciousness that already exists around you. Do you know this was chosen on purpose so you could be on purpose? Your soul chose to be of service by not fitting in, so that it would remember, through those things not feeling right, that it was meant to help correct and heal the consciousness on our planet, starting with the self. Okay, Leo. You have a higher calling here. You have something you need to pursue. So this can be like light work, this can be healing. Something you're being called towards you need to pursue. So let's move on to the sign of Virgo. So let's see, what advice does Virgo need to know as of right now? We have number 44, Read the Future Golden. Something good is coming your way. Kuan Yin urges you to weave your future into the present moment, to call in and draw to the opportunities, teachings and circumstances and synchronicities waiting for you that will enable your soul to live its divine destiny with greater abundance, bliss, and creative fulfillment. Do you know how much the divine wishes to support and assist you in living your heart's truth this lifetime? Kuan Yin, with grace and compassion, wishes to help you to ascend to the next level of your life. Expression so that your soul light may shine more brightly on this planet and help you and other beings to live with more heart and less fear. You can choose to live a life infused with the golden energy of peace, prosperity, joy, and creativity. A future so golden is being woven into your present moment now. Like a tapestry with choices and actions that you make in this moment, you call into being the divine golden truth. Okay, so Virgo, you have something good coming your way in the future. Now, what's needed for you is to be in the present moment and to be open to that. Otherwise, if you're stuck in the past, looking back in the past, you're not going to, move forward. Let's move on to the sign of Libra. So what advice does Libra need to know as of right now? I have not seen this card fall out in a long time. We have number 2, Blessings of the Moon Maiden. The Moon Maiden, with her lucky hair, brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life now. Gifts of abundance and prosperity are flowing to you now. You're being asked to open up to what you believe is possible, and then open up some more. Allow good fortune in all its forms to come to you. Don't limit to what you are capable of attracting with false beliefs about how much you deserve or how much you are worthy of having. Libra, you are about to have a lot of abundance coming towards you in all different forms. Now, it's very important for you to be open to that and do not limit, there's no limit for you. So let's move on to the sign of Scorpio. So what advice does Scorpio need to know as of right now? We have number 8, Dynasty of the Divine Mother. The only wish of the Divine Mother Goddess is that all beings be spiritually free. The Divine Goddess calls us to realize our true nature, to fall in love with our own divinity. Enlightenment is a culmination of many small steps, each one as a drop of water, forming a divine ocean of peace, realization, love, and unity within us, an ocean that washes away fear, separation, and scarcity, and bathes us in abundance and bliss. You carry the torch of enlightenment within you, beloved. Let it shine each day. Sometimes we imagine enlightened beings to be other species to everyday humans. Yet there is an old... Enlightenment is made manifest through the small actions we take each day. Sometimes the smallest action can feel like an enormous leap, and yet when that action is taken, we realize that the journey... Okay, so I'm not going to read all that. Scorpio, you are being called towards your own divinity here. Even if you're just taking small steps towards that, that is something you're being called towards. That is your purpose here. You being more enlightened. Okay, so let's move on to the sign of Sagittarius. So what advice does Sagittarius need to know as of right now? Okay. We have number 29 with Sound the Fierce Flute. Discernment empowers you to make choices that are aligned with your spiritual intentions, like a fierce flute sounding flute cutting through all vibrations with purity and intent. Your discernment allows you to stay true to your values and spiritual destiny without getting caught up in distraction. If you wish to grow spiritually through joy, love, and peace and abundance, then discerning between higher and lower vibrational choices is helpful. So, Sagittarius, this is use your discernment before you make a choice. Like, is that good for you? Like, weigh out the pros and cons before you do something. Okay, Sagittarius, that's really the only thing for you. So let's move on to the sign of Capricorn. So what advice does Capricorn need to know as of right now? And number 22, Princess of the Autumn Harvest. The Princess of the Autumn Harvest brings gifts of bounty and blessings for efforts and actions of the past. It is a time when fruit of labors is ripe for the picking. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. This may come in the form of a spiritual gift, an opportunity, a windfall of abundance, a significant relationship, or an important friendship, and more. With gratitude in your heart, you recognize the blessing when it comes to you, and it will serve you perfectly. Be open to receive it, knowing it is justly deserved. Capricorn, you have a blessing coming your way as well. The same as Libra and Virgo. And you need to be open towards it. You have something good, like something big, coming your way. So let's move on to the sign of Aquarius. So what advice does Aquarius need to know as of right now? We have number 14 with Immortal Treasures. You carry within you precious immortal treasures, beloved. They exist beyond life and death, belonging to the celestial, heavenly realms of the divine presence within you. Kuan Yin now guides you to honor these treasures, the gifts of your soul, which include the ability that you have to transmit healing. Honor yourself as a healer, beloved. Whether formally or informally, your soul brings a special healing light to humanity. You have divine support in your role as a healer, in whatever way, usual or highly unusual, that this is unfolding for you. Aquarius, you are a healer here. And it's really needed for you to pursue that. Some of you are already pursuing that. We'll continue with that. So, it's like you have a very unique healing presence to you that you need to share with people. So let's move on to the sign of Pisces, and then that'll be the last sign. So what advice does Pisces need to know as of right now? We have number 43 with the Veil of Shadows. A lotus blossoms with deep, rich mud into which she plunges her root and draws great nourishment. From this mud made of water and earth, growth happens and great beauty is revealed. Your soul lotus thrives through depth of emotion and aliveness of your body into which she can plant herself and unfold as a lotus of light. Says your soul lotus is blossoming, just like a plant that outgrows the pot, which has been planted and requires more soil to spread its roots and continue growing. Your soul lotus needs some more mud, some more water, and earth energy so that it can grow and shine. Spiritual worlds, all things serve, everything, including our darker emotions and parts of our body that we may not think are acceptable. They're actually good nourishment for our soul. So, Pisces, this is you. What is really going to help you grow here, and some of you have already done this, is accepting all parts of yourself, parts that you did not think were acceptable. That's going to help you grow. Like you accepting that, working through that, that's what's needed for you. Okay? So, that is all I have for you. Let me know if that resonates, and I will see you all later.